I'm Scott Anderson. I'm co-founder of the Clean Tech Alliance with Kevin Brown. We want to welcome you to Floret, to our second event of 2010. Those of you who were at our event, which we did in conjunction with Blank Room a couple of months ago, we had a great turnout for that event as well, and now we're out here and appreciate your coming out for this event. Just wanted to mention a couple of things about our speaker tonight, Terry Cook. Terry is, are you now or just about to become part of the Woodrow Wilson Center?
June 7th.
June 7th. He will become part of the Woodrow Wilson Center in Washington, dealing with the opportunity of a U.S.-China collaboration and advising on that in the clean tech space. So it's very relevant to have Terry here tonight. He's also the founder of GC3 Strategy, which advises companies who want to do business in China. And many of you, if you aren't considering doing business in China, you're probably going to want to in the near future, so you may want to talk to him about that. He has an illustrious history. Many of you saw his full bio or partial bio in our event invitation, and we'll get some more information about him later on. I want to welcome him to the stage. He's going to talk to us about China and the U.S., clean tech, and some opportunities potentially for mid-Atlantic opportunities. So, Terry, please come on up.
The only two things that I'd like you to think as takeaways from this are, why is China doing what it's doing, and what should we be doing because of China, particularly in the clean energy area? Any CEO working on anything related to clean tech has to be thinking about China. China is the world's largest market for needed application and deployment, and that will not change next week, next year, or next decade. On the investment side, China is investing in absolute terms $2 in clean tech for every dollar of U.S. private and public investment. Adjusting for the relative size of our economies, that means China is out-investing the U.S. by a 6x factor. As these facts sink in, we will need to get prepared at the company level, the regional level, and the national level to sell our clean tech ideas to Chinese organizations. In China, the investment piece, the technology piece, and the policy piece are absolutely seamless. And each element of them, there's something called the fallacy of perceived similarity. I mean, just because somebody wears a business suit doesn't mean they're going to make business decisions like you're used to. And China, although it looks very different, if it looks very similar in many ways, is quite different. Buying missions, and this actually relates to clean tech and the US. When China wants something, and if they need political lubrication, they have the wherewithal and the political will to pay for it. They're currently negotiating a free trade agreement with arch enemy Taiwan. They spent in 2009 $10 billion in trade missions, buying missions, where they would send delegations who purchased orders of that magnitude. And then finally, and this is my last point, and I'm sorry that I did such a poor job of the time management, I really believed I could do it. The Philadelphia Orchestra made a special outreach effort. Alison Vogelmoor, the new CEO, and I was asked to go over and accompany her at the Shanghai Expo to reach out to Tianjin, because the orchestra plans in December, in its role as a cultural ambassador with China. You'll remember 1973, Nixon sent first the ping pong people. The second emissary of the US was the Philadelphia Orchestra. And so the orchestra has reached out to Tianjin to help the city celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Tianjin-Philadelphia sister city relationship with a concert and reception in December. And I would like to work with the community of interested business people to make that event a success. So with that, and my apologies for going on, let me stop.